I would like to share a few important facts which are really very important for us to understand. A large percentage of students are funding their education with their own funds. When we talk about America, almost about 80% families fund their education at undergraduate level with their savings or the loans or any other similar resources. There are some scholarships which are being offered by US universities, but they are limited and might cover around $10,000 a year. There are few scholarships and grants which are offered by US universities, but people are not even aware of them. So it is important for all of us when we are making an application to keep a tab on the university website and to essentially keep on checking what are the probable scholarship options that are being offered by the universities. There are a lot of US universities which give even 100% scholarship, which are known as Dean scholarships or the President scholarship. There are different names given to it. But again, a lot of students, they are not even aware. One very important thing which I want to capitalize, expecting 100% scholarship is being highly optimistic, unless you are a unique profile. So, just reviewing all the facts, all we are trying to indicate here is that getting a scholarship is easy if you are a good profile. You can even get full scholarships. You can even get exceptionally good scholarships, but we need to be alert all the time. So I'll be posting one question so that I understand the profile of the students here. We'll be starting a poll in about 30 seconds. What is the percentage of loan or financial aid are you looking for? This will help me to understand that what is the demographic, what is the type of yes. We have lots of votes here. I think you all can see the result. I have received one question in between, which is what is the spend expected for an undergraduate engineering course in US from a very good university? So when we are talking about a typical cost, it will basically vary if you are looking for a private university or a public university, because there is a huge difference in the cost for a private university or a public university. But typically what we have seen is the cost is between $60,000 to $80,000 a year. I would like to share the results, though you all can see it. Almost about 66% of the audience today are looking for 50 to 90%. I know it's a big bracket, but the purpose of keeping it 50 to 90 is because this is normally the range which actually the maximum number of people are looking for. And I have seen about 16% are looking for 100% scholarship. I'm sure you must be unique profiles and you are confident of your candidature, which uh, will be the reason for you to avail 100% scholarship. And for those who have marked between 20 to 50%, I personally feel that they are more or less clear about what they are looking for and they have already done the gap analysis. And that is the reason why they are very clear they are looking for less than 50% of financial aid. So now I'll go to the next slide, which will give you some information on how we can reduce the gap. So when we talk about this gap between our resources and the cost of education, we are going to have a two-pronged strategy. The strategy in which, first of all, we have identified or we are selecting an institution which is offering the program that we want and is within our budget. We understand the dynamics of the identified institutions and work very intelligently in a very progressive manner so that we can reduce the cost of our education in that particular institution. Then on the other hand, we'll explore all the possible ways to increase the funds for our education, and we will identify what are the sources that I can use to fund my education, which will be like grants from universities, state governments, and the scholarships and all, which we have just talked about. We'll be certainly sharing some resource links with you at a later stage.